What a week we're coming off of in the NFL. Two big upsets, including the Browns, one of the biggest upsets in the last decade. I'm breaking down the Rams and the Steelers. The LA Rams, a 3-point favorite, a total of 42 and a half. Now, we have a couple unique situations in this game. First, I went to the database. The Rams, home for a third straight game. That only happens 12 times this entire NFL season. So obviously less than once a week with 18 weeks of the NFL season. Teams at home as a favorite or a small dog for a third straight game, 61 and 45, 57.5%. So while back-to-back home games in the NFL aren't really a big positive, being home for a third straight has been beneficial for those backing those teams. When I look to the Pittsburgh Steelers, they, of course, are off a bye. When road teams are off a bye, they've covered 53.5%. And I just want to mention this, it doesn't apply, but if you watched Bet on It with Kelly and I and the TNA segments, there's a lot of buys coming up the next few weeks. Go back and take a look at those. Home teams off a bye have not been a positive, guys, like some people think. They've been a negative. But again, road teams, 99 and 86, 53.5% going back to 2012. When you look at Pittsburgh, you look at an offense that is averaging 268 yards per game and 14 first downs per game. One of the weakest numbers in all of football. They're not running the ball well. 80 yards per game rushing, 3.4 yards per carry. They had a decent passing game against San Francisco, but since that time, Kenny Pickett, 5 of 30 against Cleveland, 50%, 6 of 28 against Vegas, 18 of 28 against Houston, 18 of 32 against Baltimore. They've been sacked 14 times this season. That's once every 8.5%. For the Rams, Cooper Kupp was back 2 games ago. He looked good early against Philly. They did end up losing by 9 as Philly had a very solid second half. Last week against Arizona, they did as expected. Matthew Stafford still playing well. The only issue, 5 INTs. And again, that was 1 or 2 bad situations that he fell into. Now he has Cooper Kupp back. We saw what that offense did against Arizona. The defense, yes, they allowed 454 to Philly. Yes, they allowed 365 to San Fran. But if you go back and look at San Fran's numbers before yesterday's game against the Browns, that was actually a season low for the 49ers. So the Rams defense is playing well. That rush attack, the rush defense, holding opponents to under 4.2 yards per carry. They're holding teams to 58.3 yards per game. And while the Rams are 3-3 and Pittsburgh is 3-2, did you know Pittsburgh has been outgained in every game this season, and they're getting outgained by over 120 yards per game? Those are the exact type of teams I want to play around. Remember, they were plus 2 turnovers in that Cleveland game. They got outgained by 153 yards. Against Las Vegas, in their win, they were plus 3 turnovers. Against Baltimore, they were outgained. They were plus 2 turnovers. So they were plus 7 turnovers in that win. The Rams are not a turnover-prone team. They're exactly even. Their turnovers lost match their turnovers. Pittsburgh needs turnovers to win. The Rams do not turn over the ball this week. I do like the LA Rams minus the points. Current line -3, a total of 42 and a half. Potential 5% play in NFL this week. Potential 5% play in college football this week. And guess what? You can get 7 days for under $10 a day. There's a pass that you can use on me or anyone at Wager Talk. The code 7PASS. The number 7, PASS. 7 days, $69. That's the price of a 3-day package. Take advantage. You'll be glad you did. Incredible videos from all the Wager Talk cappers in college football, the NFL, and the NHL now. You can't beat the free content we provide. Thanks for tuning in and keep watching Wager Talk TV.